You all are doing so well. Today is just a quick reading, and it is how do women view you? Okay, how do women view you? Um, so we have three groups for you to choose from. We have group 1, 2, and 3. If you want to pause the video to choose whichever group is calling out to you, feel free to do so. But I shall see you in your readings. Hi, if you chose the first group, then this reading is for you. So we'll start with your tarot cards. How do women view you? 3 of Cups reverse, 8 of Pentacles upright, and Ace of Cups. Do you know, when I was shuffling for this group, I felt so good. So even though this 3 of Cups is in reverse, like maybe for some of you, women could perceive you as, I don't know if antisocial is the right word. It could be selective. It could be antisocial. It could be, you know, introverted, not really interested in socializing much, you know, but whatever it is, they just kind of, maybe women, you know, just view you as, I don't know, maybe distant even, but at the same time, very loving, very open, maybe even very, you know, happy with that Ace of Cups, you know, very friendly even. But yeah, when I was shuffling for this group, I just felt really good in my jellies, you know. But anyways, so how do women view you, group 1? One moment. So women could view you as maybe not friendly, maybe until you crack a smile or until they get to know you, if they, you know, are able to do that. One second, my cat. Sorry about that. So yeah, women could view you as maybe not friendly, maybe until they get to know you, until you smile. Women could view you or perceive you as maybe slightly introverted, maybe even antisocial, or you're just not for everyone, and you know, you don't try to force it. But do you know what? Actually, I feel like it's maybe everyone's not for you, and people realize this, you know, as opposed to you not being for everyone. Like you could just be quiet. I don't know if selective is the word, but maybe just disinterested in, maybe disinterested in having women friends, or that's just how they perceive it, that's how they feel on their end. Women view you as someone who stands out, but you try to keep it low key. So maybe you just naturally stand out. Maybe you're just very, you know, something about you stands out. Maybe it's your, you know, your beauty. Maybe it's your aesthetic. Maybe it's the fact that you try to not stand out that makes you actually stand out. But anyways, women perceive you as someone who does stand out from the crowd, whether you whether that's intentional or not. But I do feel for a lot of you that you maybe even try to keep it really low key. Maybe you don't even like a lot of eyes on you. You don't, maybe you're not a fan of their attention. But yeah, they view you as someone who maybe gets a lot of attention nonetheless. Women could also view you as having maybe a limited social life, or maybe no social life, you know, whether that be a choice, whether that be, you know, limited friendships, or, you know, maybe at this moment in your life, maybe you are focused on other things as opposed to friendships right now, you know, but whatever it is, they could feel like you have a limited social life, or, you know, a limited social circle. Some of you could have like quite a serious resting face, which may give women the wrong impression or the wrong perception of you. So it's like on the surface, they could view you as maybe a little unfriendly, maybe even a tad bit standoffish. But yeah. So I definitely feel like this group has this outer, I don't know, I wouldn't call it a mask, but you know, sometimes you show different faces to different people in your lives, right? But maybe when it comes to strangers, maybe even women strangers, maybe you are a bit more standoffish or cautious around women, you know, for whatever reason. And maybe they pick up on this for some of you. But yeah, women could view you as someone who maybe has limited friendship. Unfortunately, I feel like maybe some women could gossip about you. Maybe if any of you resonate with maybe being impulsive or independent or having like zero tolerance, especially if any of you can be perceived as someone who, like, if you know you can be perceived as someone who is a bit, what's that word? Like, you lack interest, like, whether that just be on your face, like, you could have a whole circus and fun fair and carnival going on inside your head, but like on the surface, it could look like maybe you know, you are disinterested or you lack interest. So women could just really get the wrong impression about you, and because you do seem disinterested and you could seem, you know, really independent and you know, very well put together, so it could give the impression of being the opposite of who you may be. But some of you could be unfriendly and you own that shit, you know, as long as you don't move through life with bad intention, who cares, you know? But I feel for this group, maybe women in your vicinity think you've undergone major transformations recently or major improvements. This could be career and work improvements. But this feels like the women who know you, they may not know you on a deep level. Maybe acquaintances, people who've seen you about, people who just kind of see you growing and leveling up. But yeah, they see you improving. Some women could view you as maybe self-employed, having maybe multiple sources of income as well. They could feel like you care about appearances, maybe care about reputation as well. They view you as someone who's ambitious. They view you as someone who's smart, maybe multi-talented, maybe you're a very skilled person. Some of you could even be like jack of all trades kind of vibe, or that's just how women perceive you, you know, as having, you know, like you can get it done, you know, if it needs to be done, like you can get it done. Like some women view you like that. So yeah, I feel the women closest to you, like the women who I want to say know you, like maybe family, maybe friends, acquaintances, maybe like colleagues even, but they view you as what am I talking about? They view you as really talented. Like the people who know you, they view you as really talented, maybe even multi-talented as well. Women view you as someone who would make a great romantic partner. Um, Again, maybe the women closest to you kind of see you undergoing this new beginning. They see you kind of bringing in fresh energy for yourself as well. For some of you, the women closest to you or the women in your vicinity, they could feel like you have a new lover in your life or just a new love. Yeah. But yeah, they view you as someone who's quite self-content, quite happy as well. So even if you do come across as maybe unfriendly to some people, maybe it's like they see you being extremely friendly to, you know, maybe a certain person, or, you know, there's certain people who are just really bubbly and friendly and, you know, or lovey-dovey with, right? But it's like, why, maybe for some women, it's like, why don't I get that same attention, you know? Um, but yeah. Women could also view you as quite nurturing. Maybe this is the women closest to you, or um, maybe just women in general. They view you as someone who's quite nurturing, very kind, very generous as well. They view you as mostly laid back, mostly laid back, very compassionate. Women view you as attractive as well, but at the same time, you're a little bit elusive to some women, okay? So how do women view you? So we have here dare to bear all. Okay, nice, nice. And we also have here celebrate yourself party. Okay. Oh, nice. So yeah, some women could feel like you're all about yourself, like you celebrate yourself as you should. You know, you should celebrate yourself. But some women definitely view you as someone who maybe puts you first. Someone who puts you first, and someone who celebrates your wins, even if you're celebrating on your own. Women could view you as someone who likes to party though. Like you would be great at a party. Like if you were in the mood to cut loose, you know, like maybe you're selective like that. Maybe, you know, you have to be like in the mood, you know. But women could also view you as someone who kind of wears their heart on their sleeves as well, to be honest. So we have here drunk with love. Let love lift you to freedom. And we also have here union of love. Like, that's crazy. And we have the Ace of Cups. Damn. Like maybe a lot of women are attracted to you, honestly. It's so funny. It's because I'm hearing like I'm not even normally attracted to women, but when it comes to you, like, you know. So yeah, some women could definitely feel that way about you. That's so funny. It's like maybe for this group, maybe you kind of find that you're like your friends have crushes on you and stuff like that. Or just like the people who are around you, not crushes, but you know that feeling, right? Like crushes on you. Anyway. I have to say though that some women view you as on the precipice of finding great love. Like they feel like if you're not currently with someone, women could view you as someone like for example, for if any of you came here with a specific woman on your mind, then they could, you know, have feelings for you, like have serious feelings for you, okay? If any of you came here with maybe with that intention in the back of your mind or something like that. But if not, then it could be that women just feel like you would make a great lover or that you do make a great lover. Um, but it's like whoever ends up with you, they're a lucky guy, a lucky girl, you know? Women could also view you as like free in some way. Maybe you're not restricted by certain things, you know, in life that other people may be restricted by. So definitely some women could view you as quite free in a way, or you're enjoying your freedom, especially if any of you are self-employed. They could feel like your freedom comes from that. Um, but women could view you as someone who is literally full of love. Like you literally are full of love. Um, but maybe just selective, you know, maybe you've been, you know, maybe you're cautious, you're careful about who you share that love with, especially if you know you love hard, you know, and you're totally loyal and you're trustworthy. Maybe that's why you're standoffish and you know you don't offer that love to just anybody because you know how much, you know how, yeah, anyways. Let me see if there's any more from these cards. For some of you, maybe some women view you as someone who likes to, you know, get a little turn up, you know, get a little tipsy here and there. Maybe you like a drink, who knows, who cares? Obviously, unless it's not healthy. But yeah, some women could even find you quite intoxicating, like your energy. Ooh. Moving on. So how do women view you? So, so we have whipped cream plus your nips equals yum. So so yeah, women could definitely view you as maybe very like yummy. To put it simply, you know, they could view you as very delicious, okay? So we also have here pillow talk. Do you know what I'm actually hearing? For some of you, some women love the way you string together a sentence. I don't know, it's a bit random, but they could enjoy the way you do that. Women view you as someone that they would love to talk to, you know, as someone they would, you know, love to have conversation with. Maybe, nah. It's like they would love to have conversations with you, but maybe they don't perceive you as approachable, or especially like women that don't know you all that well, you know? So, so we have here, oh, so you think I'm stupid? No, ma'am. Do you know that side eye emoji where the emoji's like just side eyeing people? Like, I feel women could perceive you that way. It's like, imagine saying this line, oh, so you think I'm stupid, with that emoji. Like, that's how women could view you. They could view you as someone who is just, you're not somebody's fool, you know, or you wouldn't be someone's fool in some way. Some of you could have like Capricorn energy. I don't know why I'm getting that vibe, but you could. Like somewhere in your chart anyway. So we have here how motherfucking yes. So yeah, some women could view you as like down, like impulsive, like, you know, if you invite me to do something fun, like hell motherfucking yes, I'm like I'm in, you know. So yeah, women could maybe feel like you are more so interested in the excitement, you know, of things as opposed to maybe same shit, different day, you know. It's like, yeah, I won't get into it too much, but yeah. Women also view you as quite consistent, maybe in regards to your work or just in general, you're quite consistent, maybe in terms of how you dress, da da da. Like something about you is just very consistent. So we also have here take the lead. Yeah, women view you as a leader. You know, women view you as a leader, as very independent. And I feel like for some of you, this could be a reason why they maybe view you as maybe unapproachable in a way. No, there was something else. 1 second. Or maybe just the energy of like you don't really have time, you know? Or maybe it's a bit intimidating, especially if you're someone who you're not somebody's fool, or it would be hard for you to be somebody's fool, you know? Um, like for some of you, like I wouldn't say women are like jealous of the leadership skills you have, but they could want to covet it, you know, like, you know, teach me, bro, like teach me how you do it. So we also have here balls deep. So women view you as someone who is quite deep, um, like yeah, deep. Like you have this depth to you, emotional depth. So we have you're so strong, but you don't have to do this alone. So women could view you as someone who maybe has limited support, maybe even a bit of a loner. What's that? What's that? Is it called a black sheep or a black wolf or something? Where you're like the black wolf of the family or something like that. Anyway, some of them could view you like that as well, but they view you as someone who's quite strong. Capable is a great word for you as well. In regards to how women view you. And finally, we have here, I am so comfortable around you, right above the Eight of Pentacles. So some women view you as comforting, like your strength, your vibe, your energy is very comforting to some people. Or perhaps you are someone who is very good with your words when you choose to be, like when you choose to be comforting, when you choose to be nurturing, when you choose, you know, to really be there for people. Like maybe you're really amazing at it. And women maybe do feel innocently comfortable around you, especially when you are receptive to them. Maybe you even attract a lot of people towards you, but you could have this little bit of distance there as well. But anyways, that is all I have for you. For those of you who chose group one, this pink tourmaline crystal, I hope this reading resonated. I hope it could be interested in some way. But I'm wishing you all the best in your journeys nonetheless, all right? Take care of yourselves. Bye. Hi, if you chose this here crystal, then this reading is for you. This amethyst crystal, okay? So, how do women view you, okay? How do women view you? Let's have a look. So we have justice reversed. We have the sun upright, nice. And we have 6 of swords. Okay, this is interesting. So how are women viewing you at this moment? Or just in general? Maybe for some of you it is at this moment, I don't know. You know, especially with justice reversed, 6 of swords. They could, you know, see that you're going through some things right now. But yeah, one moment. So women, I feel for some of you this could be at the moment, or it could be in general, maybe recent past. But women view you as someone who is regaining your balance. They may view you as either going through legal troubles at the moment, or you're settling or overcoming legal troubles. But overall, they view you as someone who's overcoming a tough time, or maybe you've done amazing in terms of overcoming tough times in your life in a general sense. It's like they view you as someone who's overcame such unfavorable odds, you know, and you still, I wouldn't say you still, you know, made it out on top, but you still made it out, you know, you made it out of the darkness in some way. And for some of you, you still are so positive. Considering some of the things that you've been through, like you're still so positive, like you still you know, hold good intentions, hopefully, for other people, for yourself. But yeah, women could view you as someone who's quite happy, optimistic, glass half full type of girl, type of guy. If any of you have left any women or a specific woman in the dust, maybe recently, recent past, they could think you're unfair for that. Or when you miss out on things, maybe when you cancel plans, or maybe when you're just like, nah, I'm not really interested in that. They could think maybe those moments are slightly unfair. Women can view you as maybe dishonest sometimes. For some of you, maybe you ask a lot of questions. Maybe your optimism is a little sus to some people. You know, maybe some of you are intentionally dishonest. Who knows? Only you know that, right? But for some of you, women could view you as that. Maybe for some of you, you ask a lot of questions, or your opinions change quite often, or maybe you're even a bit secretive. Maybe you ask a lot of people a lot of questions, but when people ask you questions, maybe you're a bit, you know. Some of you could be Geminis. I'm not associating any negative qualities or positive qualities. I'm just saying some of you could be Geminis, or it's like if women could guess your star sign, maybe they would guess it to be a Gemini. Or you just have Gemini placements in your chart. But anyways, women could feel like there is this duality to you, though. I have to say there is a woman or women around you who think that maybe you lack accountability at times. But women as a whole, they could view you as someone who's quite free-spirited, as someone who is quite carefree, maybe quite healthy as well, maybe in terms of your diet, or you just have the appearance of being someone who is in great health. Maybe your body is quite strong, quite firm. Maybe your skin is lovely as well, because you know, with skin, it's like diet is important when it comes to skin as well, right? I don't know. I think that's what I heard anyway. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, women, maybe they think you have great skin. Maybe you glow in a way. Maybe that's why they feel like you're healthy. Some of you like, I ain't healthy, but maybe you know you look healthy. But anyways, yeah, it's like women view you as someone who's so, it's like you're a positive force in some way. And I feel like for some of you, you're a positive force um, irregardless of your circumstances or what life is throwing at you. It's like, say for example, you are having a terrible day, and like you like literally just want to fight someone, you know? But it's like you would still have a smile on your face, you would still make time for people, you would still be kind to people, and you'll still be optimistic to people. And like that's such a beautiful quality. Obviously, hopefully it's not, damaging or draining in any way, but even when you are going through a tough time, women feel like you're so open and so maybe receptive and kind, regardless of what you're going through. So yeah, like women view you as someone who is either who how do I word this? Women view you as someone who has good luck, or you are like a good luck charm to certain women around you, maybe in your personal life. But they view you as quite joyful, very confident. Like some of you, they view you as life of the party kind of energy, even if you don't perceive yourself that way. It's just your energy, your vibe is just so like, but yeah, but even though you could be really fun, super outgoing at times, like there's also this calmness to you, you know, which women love, or they feel incredibly drawn to. Women could also view you as quite generous, very kind, mostly peaceful. I say mostly peaceful because women do view you as peaceful, but like if you want me to be a savage, I can be a savage too. But like I feel like with this group, you keep it mostly like PG. You keep it mostly, maybe love and peace. Um, but yeah, women view you, Six of Swords. Like they view you as someone who's either overcoming hardship at the moment, or you've just overcome a lot of hardship throughout your life. But women find you to be quite healing. Maybe the women closest to you, maybe just when they're in your vicinity, when they're in your presence, they just feel quite healed, feel quite relaxed, feel quite chilled out. So women could also view you as someone who loves to travel, or you kind of love to stay on the go. Like, you be here, then you be here, then you be here. Like maybe you kind of just like to keep busy. Um, some women could view you as maybe tired, drained, deflated, even. But it's like you always have a smile on your face, or you always have a smile for someone. It's like even if you're in your own world, you're feeling sad, and it's like someone comes up towards you, like they're smiling, like you really don't be in the mood to smile, right? But it's like you got to smile for them anyway, and it's like this person or these women can see in your eyes that maybe you are tired, that you are sad in some way, but it's like you still care enough. I don't even feel like care enough is the right phrase, but you still have a smile for other people. You still have positivity and love for other people. Um, but yeah, I feel like women definitely see you as someone who's quite positive. But for some of you, your eyes definitely tell a different story in some way. For some of you, maybe that's why they view you as dishonest. Maybe it's like you can clearly tell, like there's some shit going on with you, right? But I'm not saying you put on a false mask, because I can be like that sometimes too. Like I'll be going through the worst stuff, but I'll still, like smile and be nice to people because, why not? Um, but I know some people could also see me as fake because of that. So maybe for some of you, maybe that's why some women could view you as dishonest. Maybe you're not completely open, or comfortable with being super vulnerable with certain people. You just like, or maybe you're used to going through certain things by yourself. Whatever it may be. But yeah. So we have here aeroplane. Yeah, so for some women, they could really view you as someone who maybe loves to travel. Maybe you just like to expand in general, like whether that be not. We even have the Sun card here and the Six of Swords. Like for me, they would like represent traveling in a sense. So yeah, for some of you, women could feel like you love to travel, or you just love to explore. Explore life and just always discovering new places. Like for some of you, like even in your city or in the place you reside at. it's like you could find these little gems, you know, and it's like, holy shit, I didn't know the city had a place like this. And you're like, yup, like we do. So yeah, you guys could, you know, love to explore. You like to have fun. Well, that's how women view you anyway. So we also have here, angel, tap into your higher wisdom. Yeah, so women could also view you as someone who's quite wisdomous. I keep saying wisdomous, and I don't even know if that's the word. It probably isn't, to be honest. But yeah, so some women could view you as someone who has a lot of wisdom, maybe a lot of, I want to say, life experience. Yeah. So how do women view you? Aw. So we have make time to play, and we have happy life, live a less guarded life. Oh, this script is gonna make me cry. I don't know why. You guys got me in my feelings. No, I'm joking. Anyways, so how do women view you? So some women could view you as quite playful, or maybe you just make the time to have fun. Um, I'm hearing some of you, you could be really great with kids as well, or yeah, like I'm hearing for some of you, like if any of the women in your vicinity have children, like maybe you've been very sweet and lovely to them, and it makes their heart like melt a little bit, you know. Um, so some women could also view you as, I would say, as having a happy life. Um, Maybe you've kind of learned to accept life at each stage, you know, like no matter if you're, you know, in the trenches, no matter if you're, you know, do you know what I mean? Like no matter what stage your life is at, maybe you've managed to make it a happy one, regardless of the odds or regardless of, you know, the circumstances. Maybe, I don't know, you guys are beautiful people though. I don't know, I just feel it in my jellies, right? But yeah. So yeah, women could maybe view you as not guarded. Okay. But it's like no matter what, it's like you could just make your life beautiful, you know? No matter what, you could just travel, like even if it's, you know, I don't know. But yeah. So we have here blah 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 blah. Okay. How do women view you? I mean, some women could view you as, you know, talking a lot or talking too much. Oh well, no, I'm joking. So we also have here, I want you to trust me enough to let your guard down around me. So I don't know if people would, like women as, you know, as a whole would view you as trustworthy. Maybe the women in, you know, your vicinity, the women closest to you who know you. But I feel, you know, regardless of whether women find you trustworthy or not, they view you as someone who, where they are able to kind of let their guard down around you. You know, that's how comfortable they feel around you, where they feel like they can lower their guard down and maybe even be vulnerable in front of you, you know? Or maybe they just kind of view you as someone who has your guard down, or you know, maybe you've had trust issues, but maybe you're learning to lower your guard down, you know. So we also have, you are so awesome, you are so pure, where did they make you at? And we have that right above the angel card. So some women definitely view you as awesome. They view you as maybe having this purity to you, maybe even this immaturity to you, like not in a bad way at all, but in a youthful kind of way, like in a youthful, zest for life kind of way, you know? So yeah, women could feel like you're quite unique, and they're like, you know, what kind of ingredients did God use with you? Like, you know, they ain't used that on me. But I'm just joking. Anyways, so yeah, they could feel like you're quite unique in your own way, you know. So we also have here, I want you close, please don't run from me. Please don't take offense, but I'm going to use this word because I cannot think of a better word. But some women can maybe view you as quite possessive, maybe over the people you love, especially. It's like maybe you keep the things and the people you love quite close to you, you know? Whoopsie. So we have here opposites attract. How do women view you? Women view you as opposites attract. What? So some women could view you as different, but at the same time, somewhat relatable. You know, it's like, I don't understand you, but for some reason I resonate with you, you know? So yeah. So we have here, it's that smile for me, it's those eyes for me. So they could feel like you have very beautiful smile, very beautiful eyes as well. It's a very beautiful, welcoming face actually. And finally, we have here, my mind is elsewhere. So sometimes women could view you as distracted. Maybe your head just could be in the clouds sometimes, you know? But yeah, that is all I have for you, for those of you who chose this here group, this amethyst crystal. I hope this reading could resonate, be helpful, or be like enjoyable in a way. I don't know. But I'm wishing you all the best on your journeys moving forward, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye. Hi, if you chose this here group, this clear quartz cluster, then this reading is for you, okay? So, how do women view you? Okay, so we'll start off with your tarot cards. So we have Six of Swords reversed, Five of Wands upright, and the Page of Wands. Nice. Why do I feel like this group is going to be like a little bit problematic? That is so funny. Not in a bad way, obviously. But yeah, let's have to see. Okay, so how do women view you? See, for this group, I don't know if this is like the women closest to you or, no, it could be acquaintances, people who see you about as well. But anyway, this may not resonate with a lot of people, but there could be some women or women in general could think that you don't value or respect, traditional forms of education. For some of you, women could view you as maybe playful, but maybe a little bit of a troublemaker, even too, maybe a playful troublemaker, you know? They could view you as quite competitive, maybe a bit of a rebel as well. Some women that know you think you are able to stand your ground, or that you're quite stubborn in some way, or what's that word, just immovable when it comes to certain things, certain situations, maybe your stance on certain things as well. So some women, or the women closest to you, the women in your vicinity, could view you as maybe lacking stability at the moment. This could be in regards to your career, maybe in regards to the progress of your career, or some other goal that you have at the moment. But it's like women as a whole could view you as someone who is perhaps still finding yourself. For some of you, women could view you as like a dog with a bone. It's like you just don't know when to let it go, you know. So some women could view you that way. And I'm not going to put a negative or a positive spin. Like a dog with a bone could be, you know, a great thing in terms of tenacity, right? But for some of you, it could be in regards to a bone, you know. Sometimes it's best to just let that shit go. So yeah, so I don't know, obviously, if that resonates with you or not. So some women could also feel like you have a delayed reaction to certain things. This may not resonate for everyone, but yeah, they could feel like you are either experiencing delays in your life, or that you have a delayed reaction when it comes to certain things. So for some women could view you as maybe lacking direction, or you're just maybe unsure of what you want at this moment, maybe in regards to your goals. But I also feel like women could view you as like running out of options in a way. It's almost like you've ran through certain options, or for some of you, I even want to say certain kindnesses or support. Um, I don't know. It's like it feels limited. Like some women could feel like you're limited in terms of your options at this moment. Like, but some women, maybe the women who know you, could feel like they feel like you're limited in terms of your options because you closed a lot of doors. So again, I don't know if this is a negative or a positive. I don't know. Um, but yeah, some women could also view you as unfortunately attracting conflict, whether that's intentional or unintentional. Some women could also find you maybe a wee bit egotistical. They could view you as struggling, maybe struggling in terms of finances, in terms of career, in terms of uh, finding out who you are, you know, or it could be struggling in a different way. But yeah, they could also view you as someone who's quite territorial, maybe quite intense, having a lot of energy. Listen, don't take this message if it does not resonate for you, okay? But some women could view you as maybe slightly like a bully, if I'm being honest, like for lack of better word. Um, Maybe quite forceful. But most women could view you as someone who's fun, who's a good time. You are fiery. Um, but yeah, you are fiery and maybe even a little bit, um, maybe fearless in a way. But yeah, some women could also view you as quite creative, as someone who has like great ideas. Some women could view you as loud, maybe even slightly aggressive. Again, that doesn't have to be, a negative thing at all. Um, but I feel like in the majority, but I feel like the majority women view you as someone who's like still learning, still growing. Maybe for some of you, it's because of, I don't want to say because of your age, because like honestly, like I've spoken to 2-year olds who are fucking wise as shit. Like honestly, like my son be teaching me stuff all the time. And like he literally proves himself right all the time. So I don't even want to say it's because of age, but yeah, in some way they feel like you're still developing, still learning, still growing. Maybe this is in terms of life experience, as opposed to age. Sorry, I keep cussing, honestly. I need to stop. I've been trying for years to stop cussing, but it's just honestly like when I was 2 years old, I was like swearing like a sailor. Like honestly, it's disgusting. Anyway, so we have here family, explore your sacred root system. Okay, let's have a look. Explore your sacred root system. Family, and we also have here job. Love what you do and do what you love. Okay, nice. So maybe some people feel like you're still developing in terms of your job. Perhaps in terms of your experience, maybe you're like, say for example, you've chosen a different career path for yourself. Women could view you as maybe having to start from the bottom and work your way up. Maybe gaining experiences in different fields in different areas. Or maybe you're just exploring, what kind of work or what kind of job or career would suit you for the long run. So some people could view you as having like good family or like a strong support system around you. But women also view you as someone who's focused. It's like when you're focused, like if that makes sense. So we also have here live in the moment. That's nice. So women could also view you as someone who is able to live in the moment. Um, maybe you're quite self-content, or it's like you maybe don't look outside of yourself very often for like pleasure or validation, you know? So we also have here surrender with joy. Aw. So women could view you as someone who's kind of surrendered to the flow of life, surrendered to living in the moment, living in the present, like whatever comes for me, like just living in flow in some way. So some women could definitely view you as, I definitely feel some women view you as quite joyful, and maybe even, I don't know if chillaxed or laid back is the right word, maybe it is, but also you have this fiery, bold, fearless, maybe edge to you as well, you know? So how do women view you? So we also have here, I deserve better. So some women could definitely view you as someone who deserves better than, maybe deserves better than what you've had in the past, or you deserve better than what you're currently being offered. Like, I feel like women look at you and they just think there's so much more for this person, there's so much more out there for this person. And I feel like certain women in your life maybe don't want you to limit yourself. They don't want you to restrict yourself. They want you to go above and beyond. Like, they want you to like aim for the stars, like literally. So we have here, I know. So some women could view you as a know-it-all, or just someone who is just very knowledgeable on certain things. Maybe like, small pieces of knowledge about a lot of different subjects. So we have here, keep it real with me, be blunt, clear and honest communication is important to me. So for some of you, if like you have a specific person, woman on your mind right now, I feel like this is heavily a message from a woman to you, okay, to someone who's watching this video at the moment. So there's someone around you who maybe wants you to keep it real with them, to be blunt with them, to give them clear and honest communication as well. Don't judge me. How do women view you? So for some of you, women could view you as someone who doesn't like to be judged, or you don't like to be analyzed. For some of you, I'm even hearing you don't even like to be looked at for too long. I don't know why that made me laugh, but for some of you, yeah, some women could view you as maybe not, I don't feel like it's not liking attention, but maybe not liking the right kind of attention, or just feeling like you're being judged. Hmm. So, women view you as someone who needs affection, like someone who just needs to be freaking hugged, like in a blanket of love. Like, seriously, they feel like maybe, I don't want to say they feel like you're lacking love in your life, but they just feel like you may need a hug. You need that love and affection. So, we also have here instant connection. So some women could feel like you're quite receptive, like you feel a connection with people, and maybe you lead with that. Maybe you're quite intense, especially if maybe you don't even know uh, a person that well. That's like, if you feel connected to them, if you feel this instant, pull or attraction towards them, um, perhaps you just kind of go for it and try to be friendly with them and make friends. So yeah, you guys could be quite friendly as well in your own way. Because I definitely feel like this group, they could, I don't know, maybe you're misunderstood to a certain degree. I don't know. But yeah, we also have here, please don't say no. Please say yes. So some women could view you as someone who is maybe afraid of rejection. For some of you, some women could feel like you don't take no for an answer. Again, this may not resonate for everyone, so please do not take offense to this. I'm thinking, should I even say it? Is there even any point? Nah, there's no point. Anyway, so I'm just going to leave it at that for you, group 3. I hope this reading could resonate or be helpful to you in some capacity. I don't know. Well, I don't know, guys. Anyways, I'm wishing you all the best on your journeys nonetheless, though, right? So take care of yourselves. Bye.